Stephon Devereux, Stephon Devereux Show, Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. I'm back. Yeah, people. It was popping. I still got a little voice left. I'm trying to get situated here, with the voice that I have. It's really tiring. It's tired. My voice is tired. Did a lot of yelling and screaming last night. We'll get into that a little bit later. Welcome to the Stephon Devereux Show. I'm your host, Stephon Devereux. We're here on Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. Man, what a night. Last night was mad trill. I'm fresh out of Advil. Jesus grabbed the wheel. It was so fun. Anyway, man, took a week off. Get prepared for last night's show. Pro Wrestling Express. We did our thing last night. November Knockout. Man, awesome show. The past two PWX shows have been incredible. The main event for October 30th was the casket match. And that was a lot of fun. We've seen Joshua Kavat become the new Pro Wrestling Express champion against all odds. I mean, really, against all odds. That's a nice little backstory we can get into another time. It was so fun. It was just so fun last night. Got to see Chief Thunderbear become the first ever Pro Wrestling Express Heritage Champion. And it was so fun to see those fans light up. And we'll get into that, later on. But it was just a special night. Past two shows were just special. Last night was special, and we got something even. The anniversary show, baby. PWX 27th anniversary show, December 11th. Go to prowrestlingexpress.com. And that is Express with an X, no E. prowrestlingexpress.com. Link is in the description, of course, as always. Anyway, what's up, my peoples? Let's talk about some stuff here. Yeah, this dude just don't shut up, man. I know some people could say the same thing about yours truly, but this dude don't shut up, man. This man don't shut up, man. Like, I'm tired of it, man. Feeling like Lucius Lyons right now. I'm just tired of it, man. Every time I turn around, how is this dude running his mouth again? And you know who I'm talking about. The one and only Tiny Khan, owner of All Elite Wrestling. How is this guy running his mouth again? He always finds a way to run his mouth to throw shots at the throne, man. That throne is going to fall on you, man. That throne is going to fall on you. Don't throw rocks at the throne. Tiny Khan. You've seen what happened to Cody Rhodes' career. He threw some shots, well, let's say sledgehammers at the throne. And thought it was cute and funny. Dude's career hasn't been the same since. Let's just say that. That's another story. Anyway, Tiny Khan's out here running his mouth because of the WWE releasing more superstars. I mean, you can call them superstars if you want, but, superstars are ones who draw money. Sean Morrison leading his pack, of superstars who was released. There was a couple other guys. Oh, the Hit Row guys. Look, it is what it is. Okay? It is what it is. The one thing that kills me about when wrestlers are released from the WWE contracts, Tiny Khan, he doesn't call them contracts, by the way. We'll talk about that in a second. But the one thing that irritates me about these releases, it's not the fact that they get released. It's the fact of these stupid, or my fault, toxic internet marks who go on a Facebook wrestling group, who goes on Twitter, and they'll sit there and say, I can't believe they released blah, 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 blah. They act so surprised. They act like they have never been down this road before, okay? But that's not the part that really bothers me. The part that bothers me is These are the same people, and I know who you are because I can call you out because I usually do it in the Facebook groups. But you guys are the ones who sit back and say, "Oh, I don't watch the WWE no more. I don't do this, and I don't follow them no more," and blah blah blah. But as soon as the guy gets released, you're heartbroken. Why are you so heartbroken for a product you don't watch? Why are you so heartbroken for guys that you say should be freed from the WWE when they're cut? These guys are cut. They can go and work anywhere else now. They can go to your heaven, as you call it. Some of you call it wrestling heaven is all elite wrestling. They can go there. He's signing everybody up. With his shots that he took this past week, oh, come on down, guys. You want money? I'm paying. And it's guaranteed. Tony Khan had the nerve to say this. The WWE, they don't give out contracts anymore. Real contracts. They give out temporary agreements. Or arrangements. Sorry, temporary arrangements. That breathe. Yeah, exactly. This dude, bro, just because Vince McMahon is not a mark like you are, and signing all of his guys to guaranteed contracts for the next 3 to 5 years. And look, I got no beef with you signing these guys to guaranteed contracts. No beef. None whatsoever. Your overhead may have a little beef with you, but me personally, I don't. Guys are getting paid. I want the guys to get paid. If there's a mark out there who's willing to spend that money for the guys to get paid guaranteed contracts, 5 years, bruh, take it up, man. Tiny Khan, you're the man. But for you to use that as a way to toss shots at the WWE, do you know how idiotic that makes you look and sound? Why? Because there was guaranteed contracts that helped cripple the company that used to air in primetime on TNT and TBS. Something that you're doing right now. You tell us. I'm not going to make the same mistakes that Eric Bischoff make and WCW make, but you're out here bragging about guaranteed contracts? That you're guaranteeing guys contracts? Can you guarantee that? Well, besides the fact that you got your daddy's money, you got his wallet. Okay, no problem, no beef, dog. I don't mind that. Trust me, I don't. Just do it wisely. I can learn a few things about how to use our parents' money. I'm a parent now myself, grandparent actually, but still, I could have learned. As a child, I didn't want to listen to my parents about how to manage money. Tony Khan, you never had to worry about managing money because guess what? It was always handed to you. So now you're willing to hand it to everybody else. Pro wrestling's version of the stimulus checks. No beef. No beef. I'm not asking for none of that money either. People was, would you ever go? You know what? As much hate that people say I throw at these guys, I don't think I'll ever have an opportunity, but I still want to see this company succeed. And Tony Khan, when you come out here and you say that you're these guaranteed contracts, and if you look at your product and look the way the business model is set up, bro, those guaranteed contracts are going to cripple you too. It's hard to take criticism from people who are not on the inside. Trust me. I'm going through it right now. I go through it with Pro Wrestling Express. Being a CEO of a company is not an easy job. I get it. But you got to find somebody who's going to be able to have checks and balances when it comes to that money. The booking part you can handle, bro. You can get through the rough edges of production and things like that, but the money part, dude, I'm not thinking. There's no way that you got a daggone ocean full of money that you're willing to just toss into this little bottle called professional wrestling. There's no way. You're driving, dude. I just believe that You may be driving a Brinks truck, and that thing could be filled. But, bro, there's a time it could crash. There's a time that, let's say, you get robbed. I mean, because in the wrestling business, there's a bunch of guys who will have no problem coming at your pockets and ask you for more money than they're worth. And you're going to give it to them because, hey, you're doing what's right for the guys. No problem, Tony. No problem, Tony. I'm calling you Tony now. No problem. But what you need to do is make sure that this thing is going to be set up for 10 years. 10 years. Because the rate AEW is going right now, what if one day I'm tired of losing money? I mean, he gets married and starts having kids and the passion's not there for wrestling anymore. What happens then? With you losing money on top of it. What happens then? See, those are the things that I am concerned about. This isn't like Vince McMahon and the McMahon family and so forth, 3-4 generations deep in this thing. Deep in this thing. You don't come from a family of promoters, maybe owners. That's about it. That's about it. And the way those teams are managed, I mean, looking at the, Jaguars and your English football club, and thank goodness the NFL has a salary cap, huh? Anyway, Tony, you got to stop with this constant. You're doing towards the WWE. Bro, we know that you're out there. You don't have to keep tossing shots at these guys. The fans know you're there. The reason why they're probably not watching is because, and hey, look, there's a couple of things that are on AEW that I like. I actually watched this past week's episode of Dynamite. There were some things I liked, some things I didn't like. I liked the Bryan Danielson, or was it Bryan? Anyway, it don't matter. Bryan Danielson, I do it all the time. I like what they're doing with him, turning him heel. I thought it could have been done a little bit better. But hey, did it in dude's hometown. But the problem is he was being booed in Adam's hometown, which means, so if he goes on the road, is he going to be cheered again? So that means he's going to have to work a little harder to make himself over as a heel. But I like it. I'm not fond of the MJF CM Punk thing. I'm not. Unless Punk puts MJF over. But I have no reason to believe that he's going to do it. He's wrestling different guys every show. Just got done with Eddie Kingston. I mean, so we'll see what happens. The promos are going to be classic. I can't wait for those. The promos are going to be classic. I just don't want to see MJF lose. I'm serious. I really don't. It's one of my favorite guys in the business. Love MJF. I may actually cry if he loses. All right, I'm done. But there's some things that I like. The Adam Page deal, you waited too long to put him over as the champion. And guess what? I actually like Kenny Omega. So there are things on this show that I like. And I want to see succeed. But I'm just afraid that you're going to get bored one day, Tiny. You're going to be tired of losing money. Your wife will be tired of, you going to these daggone wrestling shows and the baby and blah, blah, blah. Come on, man. Come on. Throwing the shots too, please. Events in the WWE, because it just makes no sense why you're doing it. Just keep your mouth shut. Let your product speak. As Eric Bischoff said a month ago, shut up and wrestle, man. That's all we're going to ask. That's all his fans want. Man, dude. It's almost as bad as Trump every single daggone day on Twitter or Fox News or whatever. I got tired of listening to Trump. Trump's my guy. I mess with Trump. Until he started running his mouth every single day. This was before he became president. Back in the day, man, Trump was that dude. I'm sorry, he wasn't perfect segue for where we're going. Oh, perfect. Trump, back in the day, the real life Ric Flair. Yeah. What Ric Flair was doing, that's what Trump was doing. But in the ring. What Ric Flair was doing in the ring, that's what Trump was. He was doing it outside of the ring. It was spectacular. The promos he would cut. The lines he would drop in newspaper articles. Bro, dude was over. But too much, you start hearing them all the time and start like, dude, can you shut up, please? And then they start getting, you know what I'm saying? That's you right now, Tiny Corn. You talk too much. You never shut up. Matter of fact, I'm going to have to find that song, and I'm going to start playing it on the radio, on this show, every time I have to speak about Tiny Corn opening his mouth. That's going to be fun. But anyway, you're listening to the Stephon Devereux Show. Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, oh, man. You know, I have a feeling this will probably be my favorite podcast very soon. And we're going to talk about it soon. Coming up next, Stephon Devereux Show, Angry Kids 24/7 Radio.